going to discuss Euler's equation of motion from the module 3 fluid dynamics. So which is a very important derivation. So what does this Euler's equation means? So this is an equation of motion. So as we know, we have various equations of motion, that is Euler's equation, Navier-Stokes equation. So other different types of equations of motion. So here this is an equation of motion, so in which gravity and pressure forces are taken into consideration. So what does this Euler's equation of motion means? So this is an equation of motion in which both the gravity and pressure forces are taken into consideration. So here, this equation of motion is derived by considering the motion of a fluid element along a streamline. So here, to obtain this Euler's equation, what we are going to consider? So we are going to consider the fluid element, the motion of the fluid element along the streamline. So we are going to consider the flow is taking place along a streamline. So for that, what we are going to do is, so we are going to consider a streamline in which the flow is taking place in S direction. So here what we are doing, so we are deriving the equation, Euler's equation of motion, so which is nothing but the equation of motion, so where gravity and pressure forces are considered. So to obtain this Euler's equation, so we are considering a streamline, so in which the flow is taking place in S direction. And so what we are important thing we are doing, so we are considering a fluid element along a streamline. So now I'll write the figure. See this, so we'll consider this is a streamline, so where we are deriving, or we are considering a streamline, the motion, the flow is taking place in a streamline, along a streamline in S direction. So we are considering that, so the direction of flow as an S direction. So here, so whatever the streamline we have considered, so we are considering a cylindrical element of this streamline. So this is the cylindrical element of a streamline what we are considering, so which has a cross-sectional area dA and length of this cylindrical element is ds. So this is the direction of flow, and so what we are doing, so we are considering whatever the streamline we are considering, so along that streamline, so we are considered a cylindrical cylindrical element of area dA and length ds. Okay, so here, so what is the next step? So next what we are going to do, so whatever the cylindrical element we have considered here, so we are going to calculate what are the forces which acts on this particular cylindrical element. So as you see, so the self weight of the cylindrical element is obviously will act on this. So that self weight is rho into G into dA into ds. So rho G dA ds, so that is derived, so this is the self weight of the cylindrical element, that is the one force which acts on the cylindrical element, so which is derived, which is obtained based on the specific weight formula. Okay, so similarly, so there are other two forces which acts on this particular cylindrical element. So one is P into dA, so which acts in the direction, this is the direction of flow. So this is the direction of flow. So here two pressure forces will act, one is P into dA in the direction of flow, so other one is in the opposite direction of the flow. So in the opposite direction, so which is P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA. Okay, so total there are three forces which acts on this cylindrical element. So one is the pressure force in the direction of flow, so which is P into dA, and the second one is pressure force in the opposite direction of flow, so which is P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA. So because whatever the flow along this streamline is occurring, it has been travelled a distance ds. So the changes will occur, so once it travels a distance ds. So the pressure force, the second force which is acting in the direction of opposite to the direction of flow is P plus dou P divided by dou S into ds into dA. So the third force is self weight of the cylindrical element so which is rho G dA into ds, so which is obtained from the weight density formula, that is gamma is equal to weight divided by volume. So weight is equal to what? It is gamma into volume. So gamma is the specific weight. So specific weight, the relation for specific weight in terms of mass density is rho into G. So and volume is area into distance, that is ds, area into length. So it is rho into G into dA into ds. So these are the three forces which acts on this cylindrical element. So now what we have to do, so we have to consider the equilibrium of forces along the S direction. So we have considered the flow is taking in a S direction. So we will consider the equilibrium of forces along this S direction. So what we are going to do after that, whatever the equilibrium of forces which we are going to consider, so we are going to substitute in the Newton's second law. What is the Newton's second law? So which is force F is equal to mass into acceleration. We know the Newton's second law is force is equal to mass into acceleration. So here we are considering the forces along s direction and mass into acceleration along the s direction. So F is the, so to calculate F, what we have to do, so we have to consider the summation of forces or the equilibrium of forces along the s direction. So what are the equilibrium of forces which acts on the s direction? Which is, so the one is pressure force which acts in the direction of flow. So if we consider this is the cylindrical element, so one force in the opposite direction, so one is the self weight, pressure force, and this P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA. So these are the three forces which is acting on the cylindrical element. So P into dA is acting towards right, so it is plus P into dA, and so this self weight is at a angle. So theta is the angle between the direction of flow and the line of action of this self weight. So the self weight is acting at an angle theta because we are considering the forces along this s direction. So that's why, so this self weight can be resolved into two components. So one is, what is the self weight? It is rho g dA into ds sin theta, and another one is rho g dA ds cos theta. So now what we have to consider? We have to consider only the forces along this s direction. So we have to consider only the cos theta term. So that is rho g dA ds into cos theta. So which is acting towards the left. So it is minus rho g dA ds cos theta, and so P plus dou P by dou S ds into dA, which is acting towards left, that is minus P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA. So this will name it as equation number 1. So next, this forces along s direction we have calculated. Next is, so we have to calculate the mass into acceleration. So we'll calculate the, so the second term of the right hand side of the Newton's second law of motion, that is mass into acceleration. So what is the mass of the fluid? So what is the mass of the fluid which flows along the s direction? So is rho into dA into ds. So because, so mass density is what? Mass density rho is equal to what? Mass by volume. So mass is equal to what? Density into volume. So here what is the volume of the cylindrical element? So the area of the cylindrical element is dA, and the length of the cylindrical element is ds. So volume is rho into area into length. So that's why it is rho into dA into ds into AS. So what is this AS? So that is the acceleration along the s direction. So we know what is acceleration. So acceleration is, so rate of change of velocity with respect to time, that is dv by dt. So acceleration is what? dv by dt. Okay, so but here, so whatever this velocity is there, so that dv by dt, so the velocity is a function of both s and t. So here, so velocity is the function of both s and t. So if you take the partial derivative of this velocity, so you will get the equation. So if you take the partial derivative, so it is rho into dA into ds into, so partial derivative of this velocity with respect to time is dou v by dou s into ds by dt. The partial derivative of this velocity with respect to time is dou v by dou s into ds by dt plus dou v by dou t. So here again, so this ds by dt, so that is the distance divided by time. ds is the length, dt is the time, so it is nothing but the distance divided by time. So the distance divided by time is velocity, which is v, plus dou v by dou t. And here, so if we consider the flow as steady flow, then so the definition of the steady flow is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is constant. So if we consider the flow as a steady flow, then dou v by dou t will be equal to 0. So if you substitute that, so you will get mass into acceleration along the streamline is rho into dA into ds. So this will become 0. So it is v into dou v by dou s. This will name it as equation number 2. So now we'll consider the Newton's second law of motion. So that is, so Fs is equal to m into as. So that is equation number 1 is equal to equation number 2. So the equation number, so 1 is P into dA minus rho g dA ds cos theta minus P plus dou P by dou s ds into dA, which is equal to rho into dA ds v into dou v divided by dou s. So if we simplify this, P into dA minus rho g dA ds cos theta minus P into dA, so dA will multiply for both the terms, so plus dou P by dou s into ds dA, which is equal to rho into dA ds v dou v by dou s. So here minus P into dA plus P into dA will get cancelled. So you will remain with dou P by dou s into ds into dA minus rho g dA ds cos theta is equal to rho dA ds v dou v divided by dou s. So if we divide this complete equation by rho into dA into ds, so you will get 1 by rho into dou P by dou s minus g into cos theta is equal to v into dou v by dou s. Here this so is minus dou P into dou s, because here minus into plus you will get minus, so here it is minus, so we'll send both the terms to the right hand side, so you will get the equation, so 1 by rho into dou P by dou s plus g into cos theta plus v into dou v by dou s is equal to 0. So here, see from the figure, see self weight is acting at an, this is the s direction, this is the direction of flow. So this is the angle between the self weight and the direction of the flow. So if we consider this distance, so the length of this cylindrical element is ds, so and this side will considered as dz. So from this, cos theta is equal to what? Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, it is dz by ds. So if you substitute this in this equation, so you will get 1 by rho into dou p divided by dou s plus g into dz by ds plus v into dou v by dou s is equal to 0, or it can be written as 1 by rho dp by ds plus g into dz by ds plus v into dv by ds is equal to 0. So if you send all these ds terms to the right hand side, so you will get an equation. So it is 1 by rho dp plus g into dz plus v into dv is equal to 0. So this is then Euler's equation of motion. So this equation is known as the Euler's equation of motion. See, the next you have, so the Bernoulli's equation. To derive the Bernoulli's equation, we have to start with the Euler's equation. So now we have obtained the Euler's equation. So using this Euler's equation, we are going to derive the Bernoulli's equation. See, in the problem or in the exam, they'll ask to derive the Bernoulli's equation starting with the Euler's equation. So for that case, you have to derive this Euler's equation. So after that, so you have to use this Euler's equation to derive the Bernoulli's equation. So now, so we'll use this Euler's equation so to obtain the Bernoulli's equation. So that is from Euler's equation. So what we have to do, so we have to consider this Euler's equation. So we know the Euler's equation, it is 1 by rho dp plus g into dz plus v into dv is equal to 0. So next what we have to do, so if we have to integrate this equation. So if you integrate this equation, that is integral of dp by rho plus integral of g into dz plus integral of v into dv is equal to integral of 0. So the integration of 1 by rho into dp, the integration of dp is p, you will get p by rho plus g is constant, the integral of dz. See here the integral will get cancelled with the derivative. So integral of dz is z, it is g into z plus the integral of dv is v. So you will get v square divided by 2. So here I will write it here, the integral of dp is p, the integral of dz is z, the integral of v with respect to v is v square divided by 2, and the integral of 0 is constant. So it is constant. So for this equation, if you divide it by g, so if you divide this equation by g, so you will get p by rho g plus z plus v square divided by 2g is equal to constant. So if you divide the constant term by anything, so it will be constant itself. So the equation is p by rho g plus v square divided by 2g plus z is equal to constant. So this is the Bernoulli's equation, so which is obtained by using the Euler's equation of motion. So where P by rho g is the pressure head and V square by 2g is the velocity head and Z is the constant datum head. And here, so to obtain this Bernoulli's equation, we have certain assumptions. So the assumptions which are made to obtain this Bernoulli's equation are: the flow is assumed to be steady, incompressible, and irrotational. And fluid is assumed to be ideal, which is nothing but the viscosity is 0. So these are the assumptions which are made to derive this Bernoulli's equation. One is flow is assumed to be steady, incompressible, irrotational, and fluid is considered to be an ideal fluid. So this is the expression for Bernoulli's equation. So using the Euler's equation of motion. So if in the question, if it is asked to derive the Bernoulli's equation, so you have to start with Euler's equation. So in the question, sometimes they may ask derive the Bernoulli's equation along with the starting with the Euler's equation, or they simply ask to derive the Bernoulli's equation. So you have to derive starting with the Euler's equation only. So we'll stop it here and we'll just see the next topic in the next class. Thank you.